Hey everybody, I'm JJ Johnson and you're watching Reality Survival. So today what we were going to talk about is what I think is probably the most versatile tactical flashlight on the market. And this is a flashlight platform designed by First Light. It is called the Torque platform. And I think you guys are going to agree it's probably one of the most versatile flashlights out there. It's got a lot of different functions that you can do on it, and the best part about it is the mounting systems. The mounting systems I'll show you here in a second are super compatible with war belt type stuff, your plate carrier, really any kind of even on vehicles and stuff like that. I mean, it's just a really cool mounting options that this thing has. So with that, let's go ahead and get the camera up here at the bench and let's take a closer look at this light. Okay guys, so here is a little closer look at the First Light. And the first thing that you're going to notice is it kind of looks reminiscent of the old angle head flashlights. And the reason they've done that is because they were trying to develop something that would be very easy to hold on to, that would be very ergonomic and comfortable, but would also be functional when using a pistol. So let me grab my pistol here and I'll kind of show you what they're talking about. Now I have safety checked it. Basically what they're looking for is for you to be able to get a two-handed grip, up on your pistol like this, and then still be able to operate the light. So something along these lines here, where you can get a good solid grip and still be able to function the handgun. Now the cool part about this is that you can also, with the light in your hand, rack the slide. You can turn it, you can kind of turn it like this so it's in your finger, deal with any malfunction or anything. You could reload and then get back on target if you had to, without actually having to set your light down. So I thought that was pretty cool. This is a pretty innovative design, and like I said earlier, the best part about this is that you've got so many different mounting options. Now the first mounting option that you have is that you've got this clip right here. And this steel clip is just about perfect for a single loop of molly. You can slide it in pretty much any molly configuration. You can just slide it right on there and it's going to work for you. And obviously you can change the head, move it around however you want. So that's the first thing that makes it cool. The second thing is it's got three separate lighting mounting platforms. So this one is their belt lock. Now I've got this stuck up on top of my plate carrier, and it attaches in on this side right here. So if you take this, slap it in, and then as you're wearing the plate carrier, you can turn this bad boy on here. You can use it for a work light, an area light, whatever the case may be. Maybe you're just reading a map and you want to go ahead and turn on your little green lights. You got 3 different settings on each of the LEDs. And just run through those. And then you've got green, blue, and red. Run through the settings on those. And then you've got the reds there, and also different settings there, 3 different settings there. So that's pretty cool. Then you've also got your low setting, or wait a minute, it'll run. You do a long press on the left button, and it'll run through each setting. You got a low, medium, and a high. Not sure what the lumen outputs are on the low and medium, but it will run 10 hours on the low setting, and then 150 lumens on the brightest setting. So anyhow, pretty cool mounting system there. And then let's say that you wanted to put it on, you know, a more permanent mount to some MOLLE, then you can go ahead and throw it on their MOLLE mount, which again, you know, you can use as a work light, whatever the case may be, or it can just be there for quick access, so you can just pull it out. Now the other one that you have, I'm going to have to adjust my camera here just a touch, is a pretty sweet magnetic mount. And this magnetic mount is strong. I mean, it's on here really well. Again, you know, maybe for vehicle operations or something along those lines. You know, it's got some rubber coated magnets, you know, and it stays on there pretty good. It's pretty significant strength. Okay, so let me think, what else can I talk to you about this? Okay, so it's got the finger loop on there, and it's not connected on the front, so you don't have to worry about you know, if somebody tried to grab your weapon or something like that and disarm it from you, you don't have to worry about it breaking your finger or anything like that, like a trigger guard. But you know, your other finger just naturally fits right over it, so it'll hold it tight. Got the rotation. The back switch, let's talk about switches for a second. The back switch is a momentary on. Okay, so that's the big back one. It's very clear what button it is. There's really no way that you're going to mistake that. The second, the button over here on the left with one dimple on it is just to run through your regular light settings. So you got your low, you hold it down, medium, high. Alright, like I said, 150 lumens is the max. Not super impressive on the lumens, but not bad. Okay, then you've got a strobe mode. Okay, so the strobe function on here, you got to just make sure everything's off on the light. I think that's what I wasn't doing. And then hit the left top button. So you hold that down, and then it runs through this kind of crazy strobe, which is like an emergency strobe. It's got different LEDs and the turbo bright. So that's kind of cool too. So the functions are pretty basic. You've just got a few things to remember there on how to work it. I'm not really excited about all the different strobe functions and running through the different settings on the LEDs. I prefer to keep it a little bit more simpler than this. But it gives you a ton of options, and again, that's really the cool thing about this light. If you want one light for under $100, well, the light itself is under $100. You may have to pay a little bit more for the mounting system. I'm not sure. You have to check out First Light's website. I'll put a link down here. But the base light is $100. The other cool thing that I like about this is that it runs off of 2 AA batteries, and that's great for me because, you know, I like to use AA's in all my kit as much as I can. Sometimes, you know, you just can't do it because, well, that's just the way it goes. You know, if you want a stronger light or something like that, then you kind of just end up having to go with some of the CR123s and whatever the case may be. But let me show you something here. This is an Olight S2 baton. This is my EDC light, and I don't really like this light. Just so you know, the side button on it irritates the crap out of me. But I'm going to show you this. So that is the 150 lumen. I think this Olight is supposed to be like, I don't know, 800 or something lumens, 900 lumens. But if you look at them, they're really not that big of a difference between the two. The spotlight on the torque is just a little bit tighter, but when you cross the two beams, I mean, there's not a huge difference between the two of them, and I would think that there would be more of a difference given that this is only 150 lumens, but it's actually a pretty bright light. So, you know, that's a pretty cool thing about it. Let's see what else we got. We've got a 5-year warranty on it, and yeah, I think that's about it, man. I really can't think of anything else. I think this is a pretty sweet little light. I really like the way that they've put it together. I think it's very handy. It gives you a ton of different mounting options. I mean, with the clip alone, that gives you a whole bunch of options right there, because you can strap that onto any pals or molly webbing. Then you've got the other 3 mounting platforms that you can choose from. I'm pretty sure, like I said, that those are sold separately, so that gives you even more options there as well. I like having these snapped onto my equipment here, because then I don't have to worry about it. I just leave it there, and and that's that. I mean, it just fits very nicely. It's not sticking out really too much further than a mag case, or anything like that. And it's a good heavy duty mount, and it's not gonna it's not gonna pop out of there. It's locked in there, so it's pretty sweet. Okay, guys, so that has been a real quick look at the First Light Torque flashlight platform. I think this is probably one of the most versatile flashlights out there. This would be super useful for hunters. You could use it in camping. It'd be great in hiking, especially with the little emergency signaling capability. You can use it in all different kinds of tactical operations. It is not the brightest flashlight out there. That's the downside. I think it would be great if First Light came out with like a 500 lumen version of this light. It'd be unstoppable. Really do. I really think so. I like the AA batteries in here. Maybe they want to consider doing 2 CR123s. I'm not sure if that would make it just a little too big in the hand or not, but you may be able to get a little more power out of it that way. Just a thought for the manufacturer. I'm sure they've already thought of this. But I really like the versatility. I really like that I could, for me, I like the batteries. I don't care about the brightness personally, because it's plenty bright as a regular flashlight. What else? Got a good warranty on it. The guys at First Light, I talked to them at SHOT Show when I was out there, and they were super friendly, very helpful. Went through the whole setup and design and all that kind of stuff with me, and I was really impressed with it. So anyhow, guys, like I said, you can take a look at First Light's website down here. And as always, I definitely appreciate it when you click the thumbs up button, when you share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And if you like these kind of videos, click the subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate that as well. Alright, guys, don't forget to live the 6 Ps. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys. One of my biggest time wasters is driving to and from work every day. I can't text, I can't email, it's boring, and it wastes my time. But I started using Audible, listening to audiobooks as I drive. Audible gave me back 2 hours per day, and I love it. Click the link in the description below to get 30 days free, plus a free audiobook from audible.com when you sign up for the service.